What is going on? How's everybody doing out there? Lake Hopper back at you with another video. Today we will not be doing any type of fishing, just for the fact that the weather is not great out there. Yesterday, which was Saturday, it was raining and the winds was ranging from, I believe it's like 30 to 45 miles per hour wind. So we decided to go ahead and just stay home and relax, because being out there in that type of condition is not ideal. And we'll probably be fighting the wind and not having a good time. That's that. And then today is Sunday. We was planning on going out there to fish, but it was a little bit of a cloudy condition and rain. You know, being that I have to work tomorrow, I figure I'm just gonna go ahead and rest in for the day and, you know, be ready for the work week coming up. We always have another time to do fishing, so we're not too worried. So with that being said, I wanted to take this opportunity to do a little bit of a review on a few things that I have used in the past, and it's becoming my ideal product pretty much. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into it. The first item I want to do a review on is my control box that I used for my trolling motor. I've used this product for the past year and it seems to be pretty solid, and overall the ease of use is easy. It's not complicated at all, easy installation, and it comes with a diagram also. I have a couple of comments in my video when they saw me using this control box, and they wanted to know what type of control box it is and where they can purchase it from. So let's dive into that first. It just so happens that I have a backup one that I ordered. This is the control box that I use on my kayak. This guy right here. It's freaking awesome. You've seen it in action, and I guess the product speaks for itself. I have it for a year now, like I said, and it haven't been giving me no issue whatsoever. And I know the review on this product here, some say that, you know, they received it out of the box, it didn't work. I don't know how that could happen, because it's a very simple install. Unless you're doing something that you're not supposed to, I don't see how this box could fail. Let's dive into the product itself and what it's for and what it's doing. So this control box pretty much speaks for itself. It's literally what it is. It's a control box that you use to control your trolling motor. It has a lever here. This is which would be for your gear setting. You can put forward for, you know, going forward, your neutral, and then you have your reverse. I hope you guys can see that. And then you have your dial here to turn on the trolling motor. You click it. When you hear that click, that means it's off. When you turn it on, it has the variable speed, so it's not, you know, it's not like that regular trolling motor where you have the speed control adjustment from 1 to 5, and then in reverse, most trolling motor has 1 to 3. This one right here, you could do, you know, from 0 on up to 100%. So it depends on how fast you want to go. So you want to put on all the way up full speed, then you would go to 100%, and you have this output here that shows you what percentage you're at as far as speed wise. Then you have your voltage here that shows you what kind of voltage is on your battery. So that's very helpful, and it's very easy to install. You have these two cables here that comes with looks like an Anderson plug or close to it, and they give you two sets here. So you have this side here from your battery that comes in, and then you have this here goes out to your trolling motor. Okay, very easy. Good tip for y'all is what I did was I drilled out a bunch of little holes on the bottom here, pretty much line it up, and what that does for me is it allows air to get inside, and at the same time it's still watertight, because the way I have it set like this, the rain, if it, you know, we're fishing in rainy condition, it would just, you know, soak the top. It's not gonna get into anything here. And not just that, the modulator sits a little bit on like a spacer inside that, you know, allows it, like, I believe like a couple of centimeters above the housing itself, so it's not flush to the bottom housing. So that, you know, even though if water was to get inside, it's not gonna get to the module itself or the motherboard of the modulator. And another thing that I did on my setup is I added circuit breaker to the side. If you watch my video, you can see that I have a circuit breaker right here on the right side of the controller. And the reason I do that is because of the fact that, you know, these screens right here, the minute you turn this on, this stays on. Regardless if you turn it off and on, this will stay on, and that will have a little bit of a draw on your battery. So that draw will actually, you know, you're fishing out there. If you guys fish like me from, you know, 6 to 8 hours days of fishing, I'm not using the trolling motor, even though I'm just using the foot pedal. This light stays on, so it drains my battery while I'm just fishing. I find that out the hard way, so what I did was put the circuit breaker. The minute I'm not using it, I'll just break the circuit. This unit is off, is not draining no battery, and it conserves the battery consumption, and the battery lasts a lot longer. But other than that, y'all, this thing here is pretty solid. Pretty solid. Where I got that unit from is Amazon. What I did was, I almost forgot. Another thing that I did to this was I added a kill switch right in the center here. If you look at my videos in my control box there, it has it. That's for, you know, if for safety purposes, if I was to go out there and, you know, I fall off or I fell asleep and, you know, fell off the kayak by any means, that will break the circuit, and it literally just do what it does. And I'm sure you already know what the kill switch is. It's a kill switch. Literally, that's what it does. The minute I fall off the kayak, it'll pull my cord. And once the cord is pulled out, then this unit will shuts off. Okay. All right. Let me show you the diagram that comes with this box. This is the wiring diagram right here. You guys can probably see input here, output there. Okay. And then the brand name, I cannot pronounce it. I'm not Chinese. I don't know. If you guys can make out, on the bottom section here, it says BOQNZN. That's the brand of this module. Okay, so if you guys was to type this in on Amazon, I would just type in a universal trolling motor control box, and then you guys could search for the brand itself there. Quinn, I think. I don't know. That's what it is. Okay, guys. So that's that with my control box. I hope that this will help some of you guys out there that decided to go the same route that I do when it comes to trolling motor setup. This control box also is compatible with 12 to 48 volt system. Okay, so if you have a 36 volt system, you still could use this control box, no issue whatsoever. And I feel like, you know, if you were to buy this, the first thing that I would do, which I've mentioned, was put a little bit of a vent, like a bunch of holes on the bottom here for ventilation, so that way it keeps that modulator inside nice and cool. It's not going to overheat on you. Okay, but if you're going to use anything above 80 pound thrust or 24 volts to a 36 volt system, I would definitely upgrade the modulator inside and get a bigger amperage modulator. Like I said, it comes with a 35 amp output. You might want to upgrade it like I did to a 60 amp. All right, enough with that guy. Let's get to another product that I want to do a little bit of review on this. I'm not getting paid by any means, but I just want to share this with you guys because it helps me catch a whole bunch of fish. All right, guys, so another product that I want to share with you is my soft plastics that I've used to catch all these crappies. This works phenomenal for crappies and panfish, but it's also work for bass too if you really want to use it for that style of fishing. Let's get into it here. This is the 6th Sense minnow. This is called gobbler minnow. Can you guys see that there? This is what I use. It is an 1.5 inch soft bait, and I have 3 different color here. This is the green gizzard, okay, and I have another guy here. This is the Wakasaki, I believe, okay, and this is the other color that I use would be the threadfin shad. These 3 colors right here works very, very well. I have some that's in black and chartreuse also, but it doesn't tend to work too good, guys. But these 3 color right here, which I've shown you guys, the threadfin shad, the Wakasaki, and the green gizzard, these are the typical color that I use when I go out chasing after crappies. Okay, and then I also ordered a couple new ones, new style of bait or color choice that they came out with. This is the new, oh, I'm sorry guys, this is called the gobbler minnow. Okay, gobbler minnow. Says so right there in the back. Can y'all see that? I hope you can. Gobbler Minnow. So get on 6th Sense website and type in Gobbler Minnow and these would pop up. And this is their new lineup here. This is the microfiction plastic, and I have not yet really put it to use. I will soon. The only difference between this guy and the Gobbler Minnow is this is a 1-inch plastic, and it's exactly the same as these. I'm sorry, I took that back. It's different actually. This is the body is not as slim. It's a little bulky, but it's small in size. Let's take one out as a matter of fact and take a look at what it actually looks like. I have ordered a couple of these guys in 2 different colors. I got the threadfin shad and I got the wasaki when it comes to color choice. I'm gonna pop this one open and let's take a look together the size of this thing, or the shape. Comes in a really nice package, clear plastic as you can see there, and then the actual bait itself. Look at how small that is, y'all. And that's the front view. Oh, it's so small, it's hard for me to even show you guys this. It has the same paddle tail in the back. You see how I'm not even moving, and you see how that the tail is just fluttering by itself. That's what gets the crappie to go crazy for these. And these right here, it's gonna be perfect for a situation when the crappie is very skittish. They're not in the mood to bite. They don't want anything big. This is the perfect profile when you have a tough time getting them to bite on anything that you've thrown at them. So this is the last resort. That's that for the bait that I use. That's my bait of choice. Again, 6th Sense Gobbler Minnow and 6th Sense microfiction plastic. I'm sorry, it's a 1.5 inch. Thought it was 1 inch. Yeah, well, I guess it is 1.5, and then they're about the same. Actually, they're the same size, 1.5 inch baits. The microfiction, it is what it is, a micro, so it's a little bit smaller profile, sizes, and everything else. Okay, all right, y'all. Now let's talk about price of these baits that I've just shown you. The microfiction goes for $3.99 a pack, and it comes in a pack of 12 plastic. Okay, it's very, very good when it comes to prices. You know, you buy, what is it, Strike King, that comes with a pack of, I believe, 8 or 6 for like almost $5. Can't go wrong with these when it's $4 for a pack of 12. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, common sense, y'all. So that's the price of that. Another thing that I want to show you guys is what I use when it comes to jig heads. So what I do is I order these jig heads, round jig head from, this is also from Amazon. Okay, this is the jig heads that I use. Okay, and if you want to get fancy, you want to spend a little bit of money, 6th Sense also have jig heads that you can purchase. I believe their jig heads is shaped like looks almost like a real fish head, but you know, you could also get these and do just as good. This pack right here cost me roughly around $9, and it comes with it's a variety pack. It comes in a 1/32 ounce, it comes to a 1/6 ounce and 1/8 ounce, and on up to a big old, I believe this is like a 1 ounce. I don't use this, but at least I have it. If I need to, I could use this for bass fishing. So yeah, I mean, it comes with a nice little box here, as you can see, and it's a pack of, I believe, 15, 15, 15, 15. What is this? 2, 4, 6 here. Then you have 10 here. Then you got 5 of the big 1 ounce. That's what I use. Okay, and it works real well because when I put it on the Gobbler Minnow, and you can see there, it looks good. Look at that, perfectly. Okay, I think this is a 1/4 ounce, and this is the 1/32 ounce jig head. It's really small. Look at that. You hold it here. Look at that, y'all. Tell me that don't look good. And that is why the crappie go crazy over this, because of the fact that it looks realistic, looks just like a minnow, and that's what the foraged type of fish that they feed on. So they're gonna hammer this every single time, and that's what I've been killing them with. And if you guys want to get yourself some, go to Amazon, get yourself a box of these jig heads, and order yourself some Gobbler Minnow from 6th Sense. I guarantee you will catch some crappie and or nice bluegill out there on the next fishing trip when you do go. That's a must-have bait in your tackle. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. All right, y'all, that's probably it for now. Sucks that I didn't, you know, the weather didn't allow me to really go out there in the water and go fishing, but it is what it is. You know, work week's coming up, so it's probably a good idea that we have a little bit of rest time. That's probably it for me, guys. So like always, I want to thank everybody that's watching the video. I want to thank everybody that's subscribed to the channel. That helps me out a lot. You don't know what that means to me, and I appreciate a couple of you know, subscribers out there that actually, you know, notice me and come up and say hi when they see me out there fishing and or at a tackle shop and whatnot. Just like Dan came up to me when I was at Sportco and, you know, introduced himself and tell me that he's one of my subscribers and that he really likes the video that I put out. That means a lot. That gives me the encouragement to get out there and do more of these videos and post it for you guys. And I try to do the best that I can when it comes to the editing portion. I am not a professional editor by any means. I actually learned all this from just, you know, getting on there and tried myself. I've never took any kind of editing classes, so bear with me. I believe I could get better. Who knows? You know, I am getting used to the editing software a little bit, and I'm playing with a little bit of a, you know, couple stuff that they have there, effects and whatnot. But yeah, guys, that's about it for me here. That's gonna be it for this video, and as always, I want to, you know, I wish you guys have a great day, and when you get out on the water, I really hope that you guys have a successful trip and catch you a lot of fish. And if you want to share some of those pics, you know, on my page, please do so. You're more than welcome. Actually, that would be a really good thing to do. I like to see people out there, you know, catching fish and having a good time. And if I could contribute to you catching fish in any way, I am happy to do so. So until the next time, as always, y'all, Lake Hopper signing out. See ya.